girls and squirrels, happy Wednesday and welcome back to my channel. Somebody in one of my last videos suggested that I say girls and squirrels instead of boys and squirrels just for one video, but honestly, I think it's fair to just say girls and squirrels because my demographic is mainly ladies, so I think I'm going to keep it. From now on, we're saying girls and squirrels. Sorry, boys. So I took a week off last week. Some of you may have noticed, some of you may have not, but I am back and I have a mega thrift haul for you guys today. I've gone a couple times to the thrift store and I held on to these items. I haven't listed them. I've been good because I wanted to show you guys first. So let's get into the thrift haul. This is going to be in no particular order. Some home decor may be mixed in with clothing. It's going to be all over the place, so buckle up, kids. Let's start with these two items because if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen these items. Sorry, my hair is wild today. I just got back from the thrift store and I'm winded, I'm hot, as you can tell. Anyways, these two items I showed you guys on Instagram already. I had these items saved on Poshmark and I ended up finding both of them in the same trip and I only paid 75 cents a piece for them. So the first one is this little cross stitch sign and it says, "Please do not tamper with the cook's buns." It's raunchy, it's funny, it's cross stitch. I had to. This was made in 1989, surely by someone's raunchy great aunt, and I love it to death. This is the one I had saved on Poshmark, and this actually goes with my decor better, so I'm happy to have this one. So next up we have this little porcelain canister. It's got the French blue flower print on it. It originally did have a lid and a little spoon, and it was missing. I looked everywhere for it and couldn't find it, but my sister is a potter, thank goodness, so I will just have her make me a lid and a little spoon for it. But it says instant coffee on it, and I just think that's so funny. We have like this running joke on this channel that I drink instant coffee and everybody yells at me for it, and I don't know why everyone gets so upset about instant coffee. Just chill, it's not a big deal. But I had to have this. These are the ones that I had saved on Poshmark, and again, I only paid 75 cents for both of those items, so I'm pretty excited about that. Let's move on to the Mac Daddy of them all. This is actually really, really heavy. It's just like this little desk organizer, I guess. I'm going to put like poly mailers and stuff like that, maybe like shipping supplies. And this is actually one drawer and it comes out like this. I just love the look of this. It just looks, I just love it. I had to have it. It was $10, I believe. Alright, so moving on to clothing. I picked up this vintage little polka dot blouse. It is black and white. I thought it was navy for a second. Here's the tag right there. It's a size 14. It's still got the shoulder pads in it, and I'm going to leave them in because shoulder pads are trendy right now, so I'm going to leave it in, and if whoever buys it wants to take them out, they can. So I'm probably going to list this on Poshmark for about $30. Some keywords I'm going to use on this are polka dot, spring trends, maybe even minimalist, romantic possibly, chic, staple piece. Next up we have just a little cami top. This is a vintage lingerie top. I believe this is probably from the 80s, just based on the color and the material. Probably going to list this for about $19 and take best offer. Some keywords I'm going to use for this are 80s, vintage lingerie, cami. This doesn't have a size tag in it, but I would say it fits like a medium. Next up is this really beautiful blouse, which I was tempted to keep, but I will pass on. It is like this window pane print with the different textures, the contrasting textures instead of contrasting colors. What I love about this is it cinches in at the waist. You can see better in the little try-on picture. I just love the fit of this, so that's why I picked it up. I would say this is probably 80s. Maybe 70s, but I think it's probably 80s just based on the tag. There's the tag right there. It says it's a size 12. I would say it fits like a modern day large. I'm gonna list this for about $35. Some keywords I'm gonna use because of the print would be like window pane, minimalist, power shoulder, puff sleeve, because it does have the little puff at the bottom, sophisticated, chic, another lingerie pajama piece. I just really love the print of this one. This is actually a vintage Victoria's Secret. It's not too old. It's more like 90s Victoria's Secret, maybe even early 2000s. But I just love the blousiness of it. It doesn't really, it's super fancy for a pajama top. Look at the buttons, so good. Just those little gold buttons, I love it. Probably gonna list this for about $30 and take best offer. Some keywords I'm gonna use for this are Victorian, romantic, puff sleeve, blouse, spring trends. I forget the name, what this is called, where it's like a contrast print, but I will put it on the screen so that you guys know what it's called and you can use that in your future listings as well. I forgot to tell you what size this is. It is a size large. Next up we have just this plain little slip skirt, but the reason I picked this up is because of the color. I've seen a color like this before, but usually it's like black or ivory, and I thought this color was just a little bit more unique than the other pieces. I'm probably going to list this for like $15 because there's nothing super special about it. This is what the bottom hem looks like, the little lace detail. I do love that. This is actually vintage Vanity Fair, and it is a size large. If anybody can tell me what decade this Vanity Fair tag is from, let me know down in the comments below. Again, with lingerie pieces like this, I'm just going to use keywords like spring trends, slip skirt, vintage lingerie, things like that. So I forgot this was in here. This is just a little frame, little gold bubble frame. I love the little feet on it. I am keeping this. It did come with these little dried flowers. I just have to remap them in there. But I only paid 75 cents for this, and I think it's going to be super cute on my dresser. Alrighty, we've got two more clothing items from that trip, but I am keeping both of them. I'm being stingy. This top, I've been looking for a really nice, like, sweet romantic top. I don't think this is vintage. It could be like 90s, possibly early 2000s. It's so soft, and I just love this. The silhouette of it is just so sweet and romantic, and I can't wait to wear this. And this next piece I bought with the intention of selling, but when I put it on, let me tell you, I felt like the oldest Von Trapp daughter in The Sound of Music. You know that scene where she's like singing with Ralph, her boyfriend, and it's like, you are 16 going on 17, baby, you know, and she's like dancing in the gazebo. That's how I feel in this dress. And if you think that I will ever sell this, you're crazy, because I won't. Like, anytime I'm having a bad day, I'm just gonna put this dress on, look at it, and I'm just gonna prance around the house in it. I mean, like, I wish I could explain the flow of it. Like, it's just like, oh, you know what I mean? Am I being dramatic? It's beautiful. Look at the front of this. I could wear this, you know, to an event if I ever go to one. I could just wear it around my house and sing the Sound of Music soundtrack and, you know, la-di-do-da-day. So that's enough of that. I'm keeping this, but good Lord, look how gorgeous it is. I had to show it to you guys. Alrighty, let's get to the creme de la creme of my finds today. This quilt, I believe it's probably a queen size quilt, just based on the width of my bed. It may be a full, but look at this. It is definitely handmade, and some of the stitching is coming out in some places. Let's see if I can show you. Some of the threading is pulled like this a little bit, but only in certain spots. Overall, it's in incredible condition. It doesn't have any stains or holes or any like major damage to it, and it is just so beautiful. I don't know what I'm gonna list this for yet. I'm gonna have to do some research. If anybody has any experience selling vintage handmade quilts, please let me know, because I don't know how to price it. I know they can fetch, you know, up towards like $150, but let me know down in the comments below. Your girl needs help on this one. But I knew it was something good and I couldn't leave it behind, so this is what I love the like scrunchy little, the little details on the edges. It almost looks like ruffles. I just love it so much. So anyways, that's that. Sorry I can't be more helpful with pricing on this because I don't know myself. Maybe I'll do a little research before I upload this video and I'll put what I find on the screen. You know, just some comparison prices. Some keywords I would use for this would be like prairie, Amish, farmhouse, things like that. Sticking to home decor, I picked up this little golden corduroy pillow. Just going to give it a good wash, and this is going to go on my bed. It actually matches the quilt pretty well, and I didn't do that on purpose. This top is a velvet top. It is a vintage and tailor top, size large, and it's just like this little mock neck short sleeve top. I went ahead and picked this up because it was half off, and velvet is going to be huge this fall, so I'm preparing, just getting ahead of the game. It's paisley print. Also, green is a huge color for spring and also for fall this year. Green is just a huge color this year overall, so I went ahead and picked that up. It is so soft. I love it so much. Probably going to list this for about $30. Some keywords I'm going to use for this are 70s, paisley print, velvet, velour, mock neck. It's definitely a 90s piece, so I'm going to include the word 90s. We'll do like streetwear, things like that. This next item is actually a dress, but I'm going to upcycle it. I'm going to take my skills, my cutting skills, and I'm going to upcycle it. It's a dress, it's one piece, but this part, the dress part, can be cut out, and I'm going to make it into a blouse. I think for myself, I may sell it, just depending on how the cutting goes, but I just love, it's got the puff sleeves. I love the color, the print. It's definitely 80s, definitely very mauve. Maybe it's not 80s. In my mind, this is 80s. Somebody let me know. This is the tag. It might be pushing 70s or 60s, but it's a size 14 is what it says. It looks like it fits like a large maybe. But again, I'm just going to cut the dress out. One of my goals this year is to learn how to sew, so I am going to keep this bottom part. It's already got elastic in it. I'm going to keep the bottom part and try to make a skirt out of it too, so we'll see. This is the last clothing piece. It's this 100% silk, very dark purple dress. I think it's a midi length. Let me see. Yeah, it's like ankle length on me, and I'm 5'8", so depending on how tall you are, it'll either be a maxi dress or a midi dress. It is a size 12, I would say. It looks like a modern day size large to me, just without trying it on. But I just thought it was beautiful, and it's 100% silk. It's in perfect condition. It comes with the belt. I don't think this was the original belt, just to be completely honest with you guys. It looks kind of cheap. So I may sell it without the belt. I'm going to list it anywhere from like 55 to 75. I'm just going to have to do some more research on it and see like similar items. Some keywords I'm going to use. It's very like 50s, almost 40s style. Maybe like pinup. It has that very like pinup silhouette, so I may use that keyword. That's a really good keyword. If you see silhouettes like that, that reminds you of pinup, because pinup has a huge like following. Using that keyword can really help get your item boosted in search in that regard. Of course, I'm going to use like vintage dresses, maybe like fall trends, something like that. Alrighty, so we've got 4 more items. 2 of them are boring and 2 of them are not so boring. So let's start with the boring parts. I got 2 pillowcases because I need pillowcases. So I got this one, gingham print, kind of window pane print. I don't know what print this is, but I like the print of it. And again, it matches that, these both match that quilt, and I didn't do that on purpose. But anyways, got this little pillowcase. Is this vintage? Sure isn't vintage. This one's not vintage. This is just from Kohl's, but the print reminds me of vintage, so that's why I picked it up. And then I got me this real nice silky one. Again, this one's not vintage, but it has the look of vintage, so she came home with me. I'm gonna do a little mismatched pillow situation, so needed that. So we've got 2 more items. I'm gonna show you this one first. I don't know who this man is. I don't know if it's a president or a composer or what, but I love collecting portrait art. I don't know why, and this one really intrigued me, so I'm really excited to add him. See if we can get him to focus. I'm excited to add him to my collection. If anyone knows who this man is, please tell me. Alrighty, and last but not least is this little guy. It just looks like a little vintage suitcase. Super, super cute. I'm just going to use this as decor, but on the inside, it is a little portable, like, game. Does anyone know what is this game? I don't know. I should know, but I don't know. It's got all the little pieces. It's got the dice with it, but I just love the look of the case itself, so that's going to be some little decor. I might store something in this. Who knows? Alright, so that's everything I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure and give it a thumbs up on your way out. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join our family. We would love to have you. I put new videos out every Wednesday and Friday, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye, guys!